Hey everybody, hope you guys are all doing okay. Welcome back to Let's Play Siralim Ultimate. In this episode, we are going to continue on our quest to try and hunt down these last two masters. I am of course talking about the Godspawn Master and of course our old friend, the Construct Master. It'll be tough because these are random encounters. I don't know when we'll find them, but if we play long enough, they will show up. Now, one thing I said at the end of last episode was that I wanted to do another highlights kind of episode where I play a whole bunch and then I only show you the highlights. I don't think I'll be able to do that just because I don't have enough time for these next couple of days. It's gonna be pretty busy. I really only have enough time to just... I mean, I have a couple of hours to play, but I want to play more than just this game. There are other games that I play in my own time. So I was like, you know what? We'll do one regular episode, and we'll just hope that we get lucky. And if we don't get lucky, then, you know, we will still be making progress towards other achievements. So without further ado, let's just try and go through this quickly. So let's take a look at what we need to do for our Rune of Prophecies. It's a fresh Rune of Prophecies, well, we need to do some gambling. Let's get that out of the way. And we'll try to go through these realms quickly as well. But I will still be doing the nether bosses, sorry, the false gods on high instability. Oh, I've got to do arena battles as well. This, I will off-screen this. So, you know, I'll spare you that. But you know what, I'll do the gambling off-screen as well. When we come back, the gambling and the arena battles will both be done, right? So I will see you in a bit. Alright, I think that's all the arena combat we needed. Yes, we needed 9 in total. I got 5 in that run, and 4 in the one prior to that. It was kind of annoying. My first set of creatures was doing okay, and then I had some... I think I ran into a party with a crazed leper, and I triggered the leper's like on death damage or like something really dumb. I got hit by the recompense trait. In fact, let me just look up because this I feel really. Like, what does recompense do? Because after this creature is attacked, so yeah, I shouldn't have attacked that thing, or I should have attacked it last. Oh, it's the Sparktail Courier. It's the fish. Okay. You know what? That's fine. That's okay, it's done, and you know what? We are good. We're fine. We're dandy. We've got some real dwarves to find. Got a treasure golem to find. Got some divination enemies to kill, and we've got to generally just be quick. So we're gonna run on instability 0. We'll start out with the swamplands, and the reason we'll start out with the swamplands is because it's a good way to get a treasure golem to spawn. Every time you hit one of the treasure piles, there is a, I think, 5% chance to get a treasure golem to spawn, and because there's about, I don't know, it's like several of these piles, excuse me, you have a decent chance of the treasure golem showing up for you. Won't necessarily happen, but you know what? That's fine. Alright. Let's keep going. Let me check what my anointments are. I forgot to put Singleton on, but you know what? Playing on instability 0, excuse me, we don't necessarily need Singleton. I think we'll be fine. Singleton's mainly for like more difficult combats than this, because in these battles we're, number 1, we're always going first, number 2, we're always killing our enemies in one hit, except if they're like champion elites or protected elites. Case in point. I really wish they changed this. In the update, probably not, but I can dream. Anyway, we've got to take down a rebel. Gotta take down a rebel, and that's gonna finish our round quest. Excuse me. But of course, we aren't gonna leave it at that, because we do want to take out our master as well. Hoping, of course, to run into a rare master. Not just any rare master, but ideally one of the 2 rare masters that we're missing, and I think this is going to be the hunter master. I can tell by the glaive weapon slung over his back. And even though you're not what we're looking for, we will take you out just cause, you know? Just cause. And apologies if I cough a little bit during this episode. I've said this a bunch of times, but yeah, I had a really bad cold last week. And for portions of this week as well, I was still in pretty rough shape. It's gone now, but there's still a just small lingering cough. I do have my bottle of water here to soothe my throat. And, you know, we will get through this. I'll just have to use my words sparingly. And normally I would just be running... Excuse me. Normally I'd just be running for the exit. But I do want to get this treasure golem to spawn if we can help it. In fact, I think I'm going to go straight back to the swamplands. You know what? We'll hit these. I'm not interacting with any realm object that will trigger combat, because I don't want these realms to go longer than they need to. I just want to just run in, run out, you know? Run in, run out. We will take the Nerlix nether boss fight. There's no need to do nether bosses on high instability, because all you'll get is more, like, key fragments, more piety. Got it. Excuse me. The main thing I'll turn instability up for is the false gods, because I do want as much guild reputation as I can possibly get. God, excuse me. So for those realms, I will be turning the instability up. But it looks like we'll be having a few encounters. Oh, yeah, you know what? I should also be doing some summoning. Let's get some sorcery and some death creatures. Yeah, we need to kill a bunch of divination candle enemies. Sorcery and death creatures. It doesn't matter who we fight. So let's get a couple of these. Let's get some death creatures as well. Let's do... I don't know, Rye Trap. Oh, well, we can't do anything. We'll kill one of these, and then we'll get the Rye Trap summoned. What was that? Rye Trap. Oh, one thing I wanted to talk about. I mentioned at the end of last episode that there was one long-running achievement that I was hoping we'll get done in this episode. But I kind of left it as a teaser, not really telling you what it was. I'll show you now. We are very close to finishing the Provoker 10 achievement for provoking 100,000 times. We just need to do it 250 more times, like thereabouts. And every single battle we fight, we are guaranteed at least one provoke, because of our Dread White. And quite often we will get the Mass Taunt spell cast as well, which will give us 5 more. So every battle we'll get at least 1, and quite often 6 provokes. So if we keep going at this rate, you know, I definitely think we're going to be finishing it in this episode. Right, because just then we got a whole bunch of provokes done. Now let's take out this Imling Master. Don't really need you, but I guess we'll take you out. You know, just for fun. You're dead. Oh god, come on, just die, please. Thank you. Okay. And there's a Pandemonium Shrine, and there's our boss as well. So let's quickly hit the boss. Then we'll hit the Pandemonium Shrine. Oh, what was your deal? I think he tries to, like, lock on to one of your party members and then kill them, but we're not gonna let him do that. We're just gonna kill him quickly. And we're gonna move on. We could, of course, leave the realm right now. But I want to get into a few more combats with some of these summoned enemies. And hopefully search for a treasure golem. I'm gonna come back here if the treasure golem doesn't spawn, because I also want to make progress on the Rune of Prophecies. We're getting some defends done as well, but defends we need like 45,000 of those, so that's gonna be a much longer running thing. In that battle that we had before this one, you saw the symbol for taunt, right? The like censored swear word. Like right now you see the shield, that's the symbol for defend. Below that is the symbol for taunt. In the battle previous to this, you saw the symbol pop up, meaning we were gonna taunt, but then the battle ended before we went through the taunt animation. I've checked, and I think when that happens, those ones don't actually get added to your tally. So it has to... each creature has to go through its taunt action for it to count, and not just, you know, the symbol showing up. So that's kind of a little disappointing, but you know what? That's fine. So we need to answer 3 Riddle Dwarf questions. Bastion of the Void, of course. It's gotta be Tenebris. Yeah. May have taken a bit of a break from the game, but I still remember a lot of these trivia questions. Alright? It's pretty good. Alright. These ones definitely will count. And we're just gonna... I'm tempted to, after every one of these battles, check to see how many we have left, but I think it's best to just to not even worry about it, just go through the episode as normal. That way we won't waste time constantly looking things up, and then when it does happen, we will it'll be a pleasant surprise when it does happen. So we have 1 provoke guaranteed every battle, and then every once in... oh god, protected. Really, dude? Whatever. They're done. They're dead. Another protected. Are you serious, man? Like, are you actually serious? Okay, whatever. Let's keep moving. Do I one-handed my Keyforge mission? Probably, yeah. So we'll head home quickly, and then we'll continue on. We won't hand in the Goblet of Trials because I don't think we need to for this Rune of Prophecies. Yeah, I don't think we need to. I'll check to confirm. Yeah, it was the arena combat that we had to do. The symbol for the arena, the trophy, does kind of look like the goblet. So every time that shows up, like, I would prefer not to ever do arena combat ever again, or not to be forced to do arena combat. I guess nobody's forcing me to do Rune of Prophecy stuff, but I need to 100% this game, so in a way I am being forced, so you know what, we'll deal with it. We'll just go back into the swamplands, and if we can't get the treasure golem to spawn now, then I guess I'll go back to doing random realms. Look, we tried. I don't want to stay in the same realm for the entire episode. So, we'll give it one more try. We can potentially find a treasure golem in any realm, but we have a higher chance in this realm, just because the... God, excuse me. Just because the treasure golems have a chance of spawning, in addition to normally in any, like they do in any realm, they have a chance of spawning from these treasure piles. Right, we have a pandemonium fight. Let me quickly take a sip of water. Alright. Alright, perfect. Let's keep on moving. Oh, and that's the realm already done, but we have a master to fight. No treasure golem, that's fine. Who do we want to kill? Let's do some life creatures and some sorcery creatures. Let's do mainly just life creatures, right? So what are you guys? Well, that seems kind of annoying. Let's just go these guys. Okay. And let's... With each battle, we're making a bit more progress on our Provoke achievement. And of course on our Defend achievement as well. But that's going to be a much longer running thing. This is gonna... anyway. Well, when the Provoke achievements are done, it's gonna be a pretty special moment. You'll see what I mean when it happens. I'm already ready for it to be over, but we do have to get ourselves over that final hurdle. And I know I said I wouldn't look at it, but I am curious to see how much we have left. Like, can we get it? Like, probably not in this realm, but in the next realm or the one after that. We have 154 more Provokes to get. Alright. Yeah, I'll do one more of these. Alright, take those guys out. Alright, so we did about 100 Provokes so far, I think. Because we started out needing, what? A 250? And now we need about 150. So it's not going as quickly as I wanted to, but we will definitely get it done in this episode. And even if Mass Taunt doesn't get triggered, we will definitely be making a bit of progress. Just because we have at least one guaranteed provoke in every battle. It's these defense that are going to take us a long time. Because we don't have a guaranteed defend. Because we don't really defend that much. It's not part of our build. It's very alien to us. That's why it's taken us a while to get make any sort of headway on the achievement to defend 100,000 times, because you're not gonna... If a certain action isn't part of your build at all, then you're probably not going to be making a lot of progress on the achievement that requires you to do that action, you know, 1/10 of a million times. Which is a weird way of saying 100,000, but just wanted to emphasize how big of a number that is. That is a not insignificant fraction of a million. A million which that is the, like, canonical quote-unquote big number, right? No idea what happened. Oh, they started at the top of the timeline. Okay, that explains it. I was wondering why they were going, and now I know. Alright. Okay. Anything else? Nothing in this realm. I think we're gonna be moving on to the next one. And we'll just take it from there. Alright. Again, I'm leaving all of these other objects that trigger combat just to make things go a little bit quicker. Right, do we need to do anything in this realm? I don't think so. I'm happy to just move on to another realm. And this time, I'm just gonna go to a random realm. I tried to get the treasure golem to spawn, didn't really happen. Maybe after we fight the false god, we could take a couple more shots. Hey, hell yeah, Gambler's Hive. Maybe after the false god, I'll take a couple more shots at the... Oh, was that the realm quest already done? Well, that was quick. Alright. I'm gonna see how many creatures do we have to kill. We're done with nature. Pretty good progress there. Basically death and sorcery, chaos. We haven't even touched chaos. Okay, so we gotta do chaos next. Alright. Log Gargoyle, Scotch Peon, I think is gonna be what we'll do. Oh no, we've got Unstable Horror. I think that's gonna... Oh no, that's gonna slow us down. That's not good. Oh god, that's horrible actually. That's kind of terrible. That's kind of awful. Yeah, Gambler's Hive or any realm where we have a chance of getting ridelings is not good because of how it slows things down. Because every time you defend or provoke, sorry, not ridelings, the unstable horrors. Ridelings are fine for us. They're annoying when enemies have them. Unstable horror is one of the few minions that we don't want on our side, especially because of, or particularly because of this. Because we are defending and provoking quite often, and it just slows everything down. Once we're done farming for defense and provokes, then we no longer have the Mass Taunt and the Guardian Force. Then Unstable Horror wouldn't even be that bad, but like right now, it's kind of rough. Alright, these guys down. Erebus rules over Path of the Damned. Again, avoiding any of these things that are throwing us into extra combat. And I think that's our master. For a moment I thought that was the... Oh no, this is not... For a moment I thought that this guy was the Godspawn master. But no, that was just the... like just a random civilian giving us some treasure. I'm gonna hit you with a Clayman. I've got to wait for them to slowly defend and provoke because of the unstable horror. But we got through it in the end. Take out this dumpling. Alright, one punch and he's down. Alright. Yeah, I'm ready to just leave this realm. To be frank, any small... Let's grab this one emblem and not get into any more combat. So do a new realm. New realm, straight into a new realm. Okay. Okay, that was a kind of annoying, but you know what? At least now we are in the Faraway Enclave, which is a pretty chill realm without too many unpleasant things in it. Right. I am gonna just quickly check how we're doing on the fewer than 100. Fewer than 100 provokes needed. Alright. Okay. So by temples, I think they mean these, like these Easter Island statue heads. Yeah, we need to find another one of those. And of course, we gotta hunt down the Master as well. And we're definitely gonna be getting our provoke achievements done. Which is exciting. Because we can finally take Mass Taunt. We can finally remove the Mass Taunt spell and just be permanently done with it. Right, what do we, how are we doing? Oh, we should kill some death creatures. Alright. Let's go. Alright. Getting really close. That's another 6 provokes. Alright, we've already knocked off a huge chunk of what was missing. Right, so this is our master, not one of the rare masters. That's okay. Alright. Some of our creatures are scorned, some of them are silenced. But luckily, we got through that battle without too much issue. Well, this is annoying. Anyway, we took them out as well. And that's our second temple. And I think that's a riddle dwarf as well. Okay. Swamplands, of course, is Miraxis. That's our riddle dwarf objective done. And it's past 8 PM now. So my screen is transitioning to night mode. It's kind of this is gonna be a bit of a tangent, but I don't know, maybe I have the wrong setting on my phone, because I have night mode on my phone as well, you know, where it decreases the amount of blue light at a certain point. But on my computer, I've got Windows. Like on the screen I'm watching now, it does it in a very smooth fashion. Like, it takes about a minute, or it takes a good amount of time for it to reach its like peak amount of blue light removal, which is nice because it eases you into it. Whereas on my phone, it just does it instantly, and it's kind of jarring. Well, it's only jarring if you happen to be on your phone specifically at the time when it goes over to night mode, which I'm not always on my phone exactly at that moment, but if I am, it's a very jarring transition. So I don't know. I might just like Google it. I'm sure there's gotta be some way to resolve that. I will be getting that buried treasure because I think we do. I think we do need it. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. What? Oh. There we go. Hit these guys. And yeah, and then we'll just keep moving. How are we for time? I spent a bit of time off screen doing the arena combat, but it didn't take that long, so I'm not really going to count that. We're at 33 minutes of recording time, and we'll go for about an hour of like video length, because I do have I'm not that strapped for time. And in lieu of not doing full highlights, we can just I can go about, you know, 10 minutes longer in this episode, right? Yeah, it's not too bad. I do want to be chipping away at all of these as well as we're going, but I'll do it in the next realm. Hang on. Am I doing a raid mission? I hope I'm doing a raid mission, because if I'm not, that'll be pretty bad. Well, we'll find out shortly. What? My water bottle is also almost empty. This might have to pause briefly to fill that up. Alright, so what projects am I working on? Why am I not... Man. Why am I doing... Oh, I think I mistakenly started a... I think I mistakenly started a hunt instead of a raid. Like, I think I just misclicked. I think I just misclicked. I mean, I'll start a raid now, but probably we're not going to do it. Oh, that's a bad thing. You know what? It's okay. It's fine. It's okay. It's fine. It's okay. It's fine. It's okay. It's fine. We're gonna do this on instability 5. Random realm. Just trying to roll a nice bonus. Anything above 350, I'll be happy with. But of course, getting that can sometimes take a while. This one is taking quite a while. Oh my god, come on. Are you serious? Just give me 350. I know you can do it. I literally just rolled a bonus higher than 350 yesterday. So this is an absolutely atrocious run of bad luck. Oop, 371. Glad I didn't botch that. I'm actually really impressed that I didn't roll and then lose that bonus. But we'll do it. Gonna be taking this. Ooh, hey, another realm. Top of the timeline is fine. And do I want to fight these guys? I mean, only some of these are gonna have combat. Most of these are just gonna be, like, treasure. Yeah, I guess. I mean, no. This is a high instability realm. In this realm, we do want to get into all the combat and get all the loot. Okay. Okay. 3 combats. That's fine, I guess. Want to get into combat, but we don't want to summon other enemies at the candle, because that will make it more difficult to summon the boss. Immune to spell damage? Sure. Hey, we did it! Provoker 10. Let's go. Let's go. It's not even on. Well, it's like, it's gonna be back here. Provoker 10 for provoking 100,000 times. We frickin' did it. And when we're done with this realm, we'll be able to go back home and take Mass Taunt off. That's going to make combats a lot quicker because we will no longer be provoking in every battle. Except for the Dread White, but the Dread White is required to do that because of our build. But our other creatures are now no longer going to be just, you know, provoking in every other battle. It's a low level Netherstone. It's fine. Fuck. I'm not doing the 10% thing. That's really obnoxious. And I'm not summoning anybody at the candle. Oh, of course. We're gonna have some of these redundant provokes. I said I wouldn't be summoning at the candle. And I meant it. Alright, those guys are down. 3 more enemies. The good thing about fighting false gods outside of the Arachnid Nest is that it's easier to summon them, because in the Arachnid Nest, when you interact with those spider shrines, it summons extra nemesis creatures. Now, normally fighting nemesis creatures is a good thing because it's an extra loot drop. You can find some pretty good stuff. You can find cards. You can find netherstones. And it's a good thing, but it also adds enemies onto the map, and sometimes it adds these guys into like really weird spots that are hard to get to. Whereas now we just have like 1 more enemy to kill, and we know that the enemy is going to be in one of the places that we haven't been, because generally enemies don't move very far from where they were when the realm started, as opposed to enemies that get spawned in after the fact, which can they can be anywhere. There's nothing preventing them from being spawned in an area that you've already cleared, and then, you know, you gotta, it's at the end of the realm, you've killed everything, and where's the master? I guess we don't have to kill the master before the false god fight. We'll do the fight right now. That's kind of odd. Anyway, I'm just gonna get into this fight. You do your thing. Don't really care. I'll start out with a nice Greater Dispel, follow up with a Entangling Roots. And I don't think we made her immune to indirect damage, so Dread White is gonna be your time to shine. You got more than 1 billion health. And now she's gone. And what are we gonna get? What are we gonna get? Apostle healed. I think we're at like scraping the bottom of the barrel in terms of the anointments that she has left for us, but I do just want to be done with these Saint Althea anointments. Just so, just so we're done. Retribution could be fun. You know, let's take barrier. There might be some nice barrier synergies. I don't want to be sitting here agonizing. 7,000 rep is pretty good. So now we need to hunt down this master. Now we can summon people at the candle if we so desire. $280. All right, fine. Let me do a quick print screen. Let's just do full screen. A full screen print screen. Who are you? You are the imp master. All right. Do it like that. And you are down. Okay. Anything left? Where's the exit? It's down there. I think there was something I had to do back home, so what I'll do is I will head back to the castle, and I think I'll quickly pause the game when we get there and fill up my bottle of water. So just give me a moment. I will be right back. Alright. Nice cold water in my water bottle now. It eventually it'll settle down to room temperature, or settle up, I guess. But for now, it's nice and cold. Alright. So what was it that I wanted to do? I wanted to hand in a oh yeah. We have a pilgrimage to hand in. Let's start a new one. 73. Who will we 73 with? Yeah, we'll do Mortem. A prophecy line done. And we'll probably hand in this Rune of Prophecies. Once we're done, I really want to get this treasure golem. Once we're done killing these creatures, so we need to kill sorcery creatures and chaos creatures. Let's start a new bounty. We'll stay with Saint Althea. So with Saint Althea, she gives us Cleric, Fanatic, Paladin, Shadowbringer. Let's take a look at our anointments. 3 more Clerics. Cleric anointments. 2 more Fanatic. That's 5. Paladin is 8 more. 13. And 7 more. So there's 20 more anointments that she alone has for us. Yeah. If one of your goals in this game is to get every single anointment, you are gonna be here for a while. Okay. So now I think I'm gonna go back to the swamplands because we're gonna try and encourage this treasure golem to show up. Take another quick sip of this nice cold water. Delicious. Alright. Oh, I forgot to take Mass Taunt off. Ice Bolt sounds like chaos. Actually, no, yeah, it did sound more like nature than chaos. But we don't really need Riddle Dwarf, or like correct Riddle Dwarf answers these days. Alright, so let's do a Rabid Dementia. Okay, this is gonna be slightly annoying. Oh, but he's dead. But he's dead. Easy. Easy. I'm doing this on 0 instability, right? Yeah, okay. Okay, good. Alright. Alright. We want to find the treasure piles. We want to find the master. Those are our goals. Yeah, I need to take Mass Taunt off. Because that was the whole point of this episode, is getting the Provoke achievement out of the way so that we can take Mass Taunt off. And hey, we didn't get him from a treasure pile, but we got the treasure golem encounter that we were looking for. There we go. Hey buddy. We could just forfeit against this guy. You don't actually need to win against the treasure golem, you just need to encounter them for the purposes of that Rune of Prophecies objective. And if I was done with everything else in this realm, I would even be tempted. You know what? We'll forfeit against this treasure golem. I tell you what. Let's find the master, and then we'll get into a fight with this treasure golem, and I will forfeit against him. Just for the memes. But for now, I need to... Where the... Oh, the master is probably in that big area. Again, avoiding unnecessary combat. Alright, come on. Let's go to the left. We gotta go down. There's our divination candle. All right. Don't really see where the master is. How are we getting pretty close for chaos? We are farther away for sorcery. Alright, so we'll get some sorcery creatures summoned. Vermal sounds pretty... Vermul, I guess? Vermal? I don't know what the pronunciation... I mean, obviously these are like a pun based on different types of alcohol. Actually, let me look this up, because I don't think I've ever consumed this type of alcohol. How do you pronounce like the actual name? I'm suddenly doubting myself. Let me just look this up. I know how it's spelled. It's spelled V-E-R-M-O-U-T-H. Is it vermouth? Yeah. No, it's pronounced... Yeah, yeah, exactly. That's what I thought. It's pronounced vermouth. So would it be vermouth? Or vermal? Because it's obviously... The other part of the pun is that It's an owl, right? I'm obviously severely overthinking this, but these are the kinds of things that keep me up at night. All right, I think we've done enough there. Oh yeah, we also needed to hunt down the master, which has not happened yet. There you are. You're not what we're looking for, but we'll gladly kill you all the same. Okay, okay. Pretty good progress there. Pretty good progress there. We'll do one more of you, and we'll do one of you, and now we'll go towards the exit, which is, as it turns out, pretty close by. Okay. Alright, so we'll head back home, and we'll take Mass Taunt off. And potentially put a different spell on, or maybe just leave it. Leave it empty. So that's good. Take you out. Alright, let's head back home and remove Mass Taunt. What project do we have to hand in? We're at 57 minutes, so we're almost out of time. Excuse me, Keyforge, that's fine. We'll start a new Keyforge, that's good. What do we want to do now? We want to do one more realm. We'll go until we do this assassination mission, because I think that'll be pretty good. I think we're close to finishing an assassination mission. Well, not that close. But I'll do it nonetheless. Oh, before I forget, let's go to our spell gems. Let's remove Mass Taunt. We'll leave the slot empty for now. Does anybody else have Mass Taunt? You have Mass Taunt. Chance to cast after attacking or defending. Yeah. Unequip that. Guardian Force, we will leave. Guardian Force, we will leave. And we will go back and we'll do a random realm. Hopefully 2 more realms will finish the assassination mission. Let's take a look. Oh, projects. What? Projects. Yeah, if we're lucky, 2 more. If we're unlucky, it'll take 3. So we should just go quickly. Alright, Crispy. More treasure, more treasure. Mimic fight. So I guess the 3 options, the 3 possibilities with this guy is what? Is there treasure golem? I think Was that a treasure golem spawned in here or somewhere else? God, that's a lot of... That's a lot of chests in a row. Ah, we suck. And the game is over. Alright. So now no more provoking in battles. That's good, not only because it saves us time, but also because it means only our Dread White will be provoking. If multiple creatures provoke, like the whole point of provoking is that one creature is provoking and that creature will redirect all attacks towards it. If multiple creatures are provoking, that kind of defeats the point of even having creatures, you know, provoke in the first place. So it's gonna not only save us time, but it's gonna make our build a little bit more coherent. And I think we'll be able to get the achievement for Chaos Kills as well. Yep, that's also done. Healthy looking Rune of Prophecies. If I'd not messed up with that raid mission thing, would have been even healthier. But you know what? That's fine. This is the Forsaken Master. Let's quickly do a Clayman on you. Alright. 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 Need to find another clockwork. I'm not sure where you would be. We've got people ambushing us from around corners. You do you, I guess. There's the candle. We don't really have any need for it at the moment. More people. Have I just walked past the clockwork? That's quite possible. This is one of those rounds where everything's the same color. A lot of things kind of look pretty similar at first glance. So wouldn't be too surprised if I just missed it. Like I walked past it. Mimic is now dead. Oh, gotta open the Mimic chest. There it is. I didn't miss it. $98 arcane dust. That's kind of bad because we'll have to get 103 in the next run. But you know what? I have hope. And you know what? Even if we don't, at least we'll have a small chance of finding another buried treasure. I don't know why I'm dragging my feet. I should just hand in this Rune of Prophecies now, but I'm dead set on getting credit for doing this assassination mission. So that's what we're gonna do. Alright. We gotta open a big chest. And already battles are feeling a little bit more, a little bit less constricting, because we aren't... Because even though it happened fairly quickly, anytime we do a mass defend or mass provoke, it does stop the battle, it does slow down the battle a little bit. So we're not having those pauses as often, and look at that, we did indeed get a buried treasure out of it as well. And if we're very lucky, then we're gonna get 104 arcane dust. How much did we get? We got even less. That's kind of hideous. It's kind of gross, kind of disgusting. We will do one more realm. We'll just quickly hunt down the master. Which is not one of the rare masters, that's okay. And let us... And, well, we've got to pick up the buried treasure as well. Where is it? I don't see it. I don't think we've already picked it up. Oh, conveniently, it's right next to the exit. Just running around, grabbing a few of these objects. Alright, now we do have to go quickly, because this is going to be our, for sure, final realm of the episode. All we're going to do is, we're going to hand in the assassination mission. And then we'll hand in the Rune of Prophecies. Sacred Relics. I think those are these yellow things. By these yellow things, I mean these things. Yes. I am correct. I really do like the music in this level. It's not the most complicated music track. It's just, there's just something about it that I find really pleasing. It fits most of the... I was gonna say it fits the area really well, but most of the music in this game, it fits whatever area it's supposed to be really well. Oh, unfortunately, this buried treasure is gonna go to waste. We could have potentially used it to make progress on the next Rune of Prophecies. If only we could just, like, put this down as a down payment on the next Rune of Prophecies, but sadly the game does not work that way. So I think this creature is trapped, which is hilarious. We're just gonna leave him like that. God, excuse me, sorry. Yeah, I think it's about time for me to wrap things up. Otherwise my voice, my throat is gonna start to go. Let's take out this Sphinx Master. Alright, you guys are gone, you guys are dead. There's the assassination ready to hand in. And let me just quickly hit this. I thought I could run around the corner before that creature got to me, but he was too quick. Anyway, since there's 0 enemies, I'll run around, smashing a few objects. Hey, look at that. 214. I should have made a note of that, but I'll do that. I'll do that in between episodes. I'll get rid of all the nether stones that are useless. Alright, so we want to go back home. Want to hand in the assassination mission. Then we want to hand in the Rune of Prophecies. Let's first start our next assassination. So I was doing a Nyx, I think. The next one is going to be something that we have 0 of. If we scroll through this, eventually we'll find one that's 0. So Mogwai, can we hunt you? I guess we can. I wasn't sure because it's one of those special creatures. Alright. Everything done except one. We're going to be getting... We could have gotten a fully completed Rune of Prophecies, which kind of makes me sad. But you know what? 10 isn't bad. Ooh, I nearly touched the Goblet of Trials. We don't want to do that. We want to hand in our Rune of Prophecies. 10 lines is pretty darn good. We do not want to hand in our Goblet of Trials yet. And we do have another assassination mission. We've got some gambling to do. A forage mission. Now, are we doing a forage mission? Of course we're not. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna cancel the raid mission and I'm gonna start a forage mission. Yeah, that's what I'll do. And then we'll end the episode. Okay, so what else do we want to do? I'll also do the gambling. And then we're pretty much just good. We're already doing a training mission. That's good. Perfect. What did you want us to do? Just Kino. Okay. That's fine. Especially since now we know how to play Kino quickly. You just press Y on the... Well, if you have an Xbox controller, you just press Y. If you have a PlayStation controller, I think that would be triangle, I think. If it's bound the same way, and I'm not sure what it would be on a keyboard, but there would be a way to do it on a keyboard as well. So that's nice. Alright, so now let's recap on what we accomplished today. We didn't find any of the rare masters that we were looking for. So we are still waiting on one... Ooh, we are still waiting on one more encounter with the Master of Constructs and the Master of God Spawns. Hoping it happens sooner rather than later, but we'll see. Importantly, though, we did get an achievement, a very important achievement, Provoker 10 for provoking 100,000 times. Not only does it end that entire line of achievements, but as you just saw, it means we can now remove the Mass Taunt spell from our uh, spell gems, from our equipped spell gems, which means we're no longer going to be randomly casting that, which means battles are going to flow a lot better, and it won't mess with our strategy in, difficult boss fights. Because we won't have creatures provoking that shouldn't be provoking. We only did this just for the achievement. Now that that's done, we can go back to playing normally, and it's very timely that this happened now, because when the big update drops, I think we're going to have a lot of very difficult fights ahead of us, and we wouldn't want to be doing those fights with a suboptimal meme build, which we were kind of running with this whole, these whole provoke mass taunt shenanigans. So that's done, and we never have to worry about it again. That's good. So even though we didn't find the Master of Constructs, we are we're doing good. We're doing good. How are we doing on defending? It's going a lot more slowly, but listen, we will slowly get there. When we started farming defense, we had fewer than 20,000. Now we have more than 50,000, so we will get there. It'll take time. We will get there. Alright, so before we end, I just wanted to lay out a bit of a plan for next week. So, again, I'm not sure when this update is going to drop. It could be very soon, it could be a while. I might check in the Discord and ask a question. Ooh, like, what's the ET? Like, developers get really annoyed when a beta is going on and people are asking them how long it'll take. Like, yeah, if you were involved, if you were actually in the beta, you'd know. You have a sense of how long it would take. So I don't want to be, I don't want to be that guy, the one who just shows up out of nowhere, isn't following anything. He's like, oh, how long is it gonna take? But I'll see if I can get a sense of how the beta is going, just to see how long we might expect to wait before we have the update. You can tell how impatient I am, but I'll try to hold it in. My main issue is the longer the update takes to come out, and if this series is going on the entire time, and if we get like everything else done and there's no other content, it could be a bit of an issue. But for now, I do have some plans for things I want to do next week, and I'll get to them. I'll get to them when I see you for the Monday episode. For now, though, it is time for me to say thank you so much for watching. Hope you had a good time. Hope you've been enjoying yourselves. If you're playing this game, hope you're as stoked for the update as I am. If you're part of the closed beta for the next patch, feel free to mention how that's going. Like, no major like content spoilers, but just, if there's been some big problem and it's been delayed for 6 months, that's the kind of thing, that I'd want to know. But I'm sure the dev would put out an announcement if that happened. Anyway, the point is, we are all anxiously waiting for this patch to drop. And with that, I'm going to say thanks for watching. See you on Monday. Until then, take care.